Today we'll discuss define name. Define name means giving a new name. We can define a name to a single cell, group of cells, and to a formula. Ways of defining a name are, this is name box we discussed in our first class. In formulas tab, we have define name option. From here we can define, or else in formulas tab, we have create from selection. Okay. So defining a name to a single cell, we won't use it in real time because every cell has a name, default name. Like now we are in E7 cell, B13 cell, K8 cell. Every cell has a name, different name. We call it a cell reference. Again, if I give a new name, suppose if I give 10 different names for 10 different cells, if I open that file after a few days, do I remember that name? No, right? That is the reason we won't go with defining a name to a single cell. But I'll show you how to define. Select the cell which you want to define. I'm selecting E2 cell. And first way in name box we can define. I'm going to name box. Here I give AAA. Now I can refer that cell with name. E2 means default name, or with define name, AAA. That cell has two names. And defining a name for group of cells. So in real time, we can use it. Suppose let us assume we have data from A1 to X100. I want to perform different calculations on that range. I want sum of that range in a different sheet, average of that range in a different sheet. I want to use that range in VLOOKUP in a different sheet. I want to work with that range in different scenarios. So every time instead of coming to this sheet and selecting A1 to X100, we can give a name to that range and we can use that name in our formulas. So we'll see how to define group of cells. Select the range that you want to define. I'm selecting G1 to G5. If you have data from A1 to Z100, select A1 to Z100, entire range. So I'm selecting this range. You can define a name in name box, or else we'll see the second way. In formulas tab, click on define name. Here in refers to, it is showing the range G1 to G5 of define name sheet. It is taking sheet name, exclamation, range. And name you can give anything. Let me give ABC. Now see, equals to sum of ABC. Automatically it is selecting that range. Even if it is a huge data, automatically it will select. You can use it in a different sheet also. Equals to sum of ABC. This is once if you define, you can use that range in different sheets, that name. So normally when we don't know about defining, what we did to work with different sheet, we give sheet name, exclamation, cell address. Here, no of giving all those things. Directly equals to, and we give the define name. Clear with this group of cells?
Yes, ma'am.
So when defining, you can give any name, but we need to follow few conditions. Note down conditions to define a name. Conditions to define a name. First point, it should be a unique name. It should be a unique name. Second point, it should not start with a number. It should not start with a number. Third point, no keywords can be used. No keywords can be used. Last point, no special characters can be used. No special characters can be used except underscore. No special characters can be used except underscore. By following these conditions, you can give any name. We'll cross-check. You can give multiple names for the same range, but there is no point of giving multiple names. Again, it will be tough for us to remember. So select the range. I'll just show you and delete it. Define it. First point, it should be a unique name. I already gave AAA to this range. Again, if I give AAA, this name already exists. Name should be unique. Second point, no key, no, it should not start with a number. After number, even if we give a text, see the syntax of this name is not correct. If you want, you can give alphanumeric. After text, you can give a number, but you should not start with a number. Third point, no keywords can be used. Keywords means any predefined terms like function name, cell address. Let me give A1. See, A1 is a cell address. It is not accepting. It is a keyword. Last point, no special characters can be used except underscore. Let me give Excel space 123. Space is also a special character. So instead of space, I give underscore. Excel underscore 123. You can see all defined names in formulas tab in name manager. See AAA ABC Excel 123. For ABC, it is sheet define name sheet G1 to G5. For Excel 123 also define name sheet G1 to G5. So I don't want two names. So XL123 select and delete. Are you sure you want to delete the name? Yes. Clear? I told you to give alphanumeric, but if you are giving alphanumeric, better give more than 3 characters and number. If it is only text, you can give 3 characters, 2 characters also. But if it is alphanumeric, give more than 3 characters, because suppose if I give HYD 5, we already have a cell address with HYD 5. In this way, we have till XFD. That is the reason better give more than 3 characters. If you want to give 3 characters or 2 characters with numeric, better separate it with underscore. We don't have any cell address with HYD underscore 5. This way you can give. Is everyone clear till now? I want to define this range with HYD, this range with Pune, this range with Bangalore, this range with Chennai. How to define? How to define group of cells? Select the range, go to define name, and we give a name. How many times I should repeat for this table? How many times I should repeat for this table?
4 times will do.
4 times, because we have 4 different ranges. What if I have 50 different ranges? If we do in this way, we have to do it for 50 times. So instead of doing that, what you can do is, anyways, I want to define all these ranges with header names. So select your table with header. In formulas tab, create from selection. Create names from values in the top row. So it will define all names with top row names. Click on OK. See, name manager, Bangalore, Chennai, HYD, Pune names got defined. Equals to sum of HYD. Automatically it is selecting Hyderabad range. Now I want sum of Pune. Instead of typing Pune, can I select this cell?
Yes.
If we select Pune, it is taking G14 as reference and Pune as text. So define names, you should type it manually. You cannot select from a cell. If you select from a cell, it will consider as a text, not as a defined name. So when I type Pune, automatically it is selecting the entire range. Clear? Is everyone clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
So till now, whatever we did is optional. Without doing this also, we can complete our work by selecting the ranges manually. But now we are going to discuss defining a name to a formula. That is very, very important. So like when we are creating high-end charts or high-end dashboards, we need to write some formulas. But the problem is charts will not accept any formulas directly. We cannot write formulas in charts. That time what we do is, we write a formula on Excel sheet, we define a name to a formula, and we use that name in charts to make them dynamic. Now we'll see how to define a name to a formula. Take a note. Note. While defining a name to a formula, every reference in the formula must be freezed. While defining a name to a formula, every reference in the formula must be freezed. Shortcut key to freeze, note down this part, F4 or function key plus F4. So we'll see how to define a name to a formula. Let me write a basic formula equals to sum of this range. Now if I define a name to this cell, will cell gets defined or formula gets defined? If I define a name to this formula, will cell gets defined or formula gets defined? Here, cell gets defined. If I define in this way, K21 gets a new name. But I want to define a name to a formula. So what we do? Select the formula and freeze. Shortcut key is F4. If F4 is not working in your laptops, go with Fn key plus F4. So when we freeze, see, you will see dollar symbols before rows and columns. This is freezing. Why do we freeze? Why do we define a name? To use it in a different place, right? In different sheets or in different places. Let me write same formula without freezing. This formula references got freezed. So when we copy paste, it is giving the same output. But here I haven't refreezed. So when we copy paste, it is giving different output because references are changing here. When you freeze, even if you use it in a different chart, it gives chart on the same data. References will not change. We should get on the same data, right? Data should not change. That is the reason we freeze. After freezing, copy the formula, Control C. Formulas, define name, paste your formula here and give a name. Let me give a name as anything you can give, XYZ. Now see equals to XYZ. Automatically it is giving some. When we make changes here, automatically it will update in define name also. Clear? We'll do it again. We wrote a formula, selected the formula, freeze, Control C, formula tab, define name, paste. If you want directly, you can write a formula here also, but when we are writing lengthy formulas, it will be confusing. So that is the reason I personally write it on Excel sheet and copy paste here and give a name. Is everyone clear with this? Defining a name to a formula?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what we did for single cell, we selected a cell and we gave a name in name box. For group of cells, we selected the range and we can give for name in name box or else in define name. Here we give a name. And if you have multiple rows or columns, select the entire table. See, if I select from names, create from selection. So based on top row, you want names or based on left column, you can select anything. So by default, selecting only these things because bottom and right, we have numbers. We cannot define a name with number. But by using this create from selection, your headers should be unique because we cannot define a name with duplicate names. In real time, 99% we work with unique names only in header. Shortcut and next formula, we write a formula, we freeze, copy the formula and after copying, click on enter. When the cell is in editable mode, see define name is graded out. After copying, click on enter, go to define name, paste, remove this and paste your formula and give a name. This is about define. Next, coming to hierarchy drop down. Here we can. Yes, Mansa, hi.
Hi, I want to know whether this define name you can use in the same sheet or you can use it in a different workbook as well.
But in mostly we use it for the same workbook. But if you want to do it for different workbooks, again we use reference concept. Workbook name, sheet name. Instead of cell address, we give define name.
All right. Okay.
So
Thank you.
this is just to make our work easy. Like in the same workbook, if you're using it in different sheets, we do in that way. We give a name and we use it in different sheets.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And hierarchy dropdown. Here we are going to discuss how to create dropdowns and how to interlink multiple dropdowns. We can create dropdowns in two ways. One is by using data validation and the other one is by using combo box. In data validation will be under data tab. Data tab, here we have data validation. And coming to combo box, in developer tab, insert, here we have form controls and ActiveX controls. You will find similar controls, button, combo box, checkbox. We see similar controls in both. But in Excel, we use only form controls. For ActiveX controls, we need to write a macro. For now, we are not discussing any macros, so we are not going to use this ActiveX controls. So here in form controls, we have combo box. But if you're using Excel, if you're not using VBA, you will not find developer tab in your application. You should enable it. Note down, path to enable developer tab. Path to enable developer tab. Path to enable developer tab. File, options, customize ribbon, developer. File, options, customize ribbon, developer tab. Two ways to show. So I'll show you this. Go to file, see the screen, go to file, options, customize ribbon. On the right side, you will find developer tab unchecked. Check this box and click on OK. You'll find developer. Note down this two ways to show dropdown. Note down this two lines.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So steps for hierarchy dropdown. To create any kind of hierarchy, we follow these 4 steps. Note down these 4 steps. With this, we will complete basic Excel. I'll explain you after noting it down. Note down these 4 steps.
Yeah.
Okay. So this drop downs I'll discuss tomorrow. In this drop downs, you are going to use define name concept also. Today you practice reference and define name. So reference concept and define name concepts are very, and also hierarchy drop down is very important in advanced Excel. If you're not practicing now, you'll not understand it in the advanced Excel. Okay. In practice define name today. Tomorrow I'll discuss this hierarchy drop down. Like people who works on Excel, most of the people know about this data validation drop down. But the problem is it will not show drop down every time. For working, data validation will be easy. But for usage, for user, combo box will be easy because data validation will not show drop down every time. But combo box shows drop down. So in dashboards, in reports, better go with combo box. In internal usage, go with data validation because working with data validation will be easy. So for combo box, working will be like internal working will be a bit difficult. We need to write different formulas. But for usage, it will be easy. For presentations, it looks good. So for presentations, better go with combo box. That you'll understand tomorrow after discussing this concept.
Got it.
Thank you.